I want you to paint us a picture of your rowing dream. As you can see, you selected a very interesting background today for today's interview. Dreams came true for many, many Australian oars, men and women. And that's what you're sitting, and that's what's behind you right now. And I'm sure one of your dreams is to have your photo on that wall, part of Rowing Australia history, part of Rowing Australia folklore. So tell us about that big Jackson Kench dream.
I think as any athlete does, it doesn't come down to one defining moment. My ultimate dream is to go to the Olympics and be as successful as I can be on that stage. I think as any motivated young athlete is, young or old athlete, I think it's your ultimate goal to achieve your best when it counts. And yeah, I'm just currently sitting in the boardroom down here in Canberra at Rowing Australia, and on the boardroom walls surrounding us are world champion crews, both men and women, since the first international Australian boat went overseas to compete at the World Championships. We have photos and memorabilia and reminders all across our training center of successful crews in the past, and they've often been part of something bigger than themselves. And I think that's key to my ultimate goal, is that rowing is the ultimate team sport. And I'm very much of a believer of kind of what you give to it, how much time, effort, and energy is ultimately what you get back. So accounting plenty of time in there for yourself when you can. Yeah, my ultimate goal is to be successful on the biggest stage in the world, which in our sport is the Olympic Games. That's the dream. And it's my job every day to be consistent, and to be consistent for the other guys in my crew, the other guys down here training towards their own goals as well. Because, yeah, the ultimate team sport requires everyone to be on the same page, on the same day, on the same start line. So that's the dream, is to build the perfect race. I think every rowing athlete is kind of chasing that, and ultimately it's theoretically impossible. But rowing is a very simple sport at the end of the day as well. It's the same stroke essentially taken 220 odd times in a race. So if you go out there each day and try to replicate a stroke that will be competitive on the world stage, then you're setting yourself up to do your best when that time comes. So yeah, not one defining moment. My ultimate dream, I've mentioned, but it's the work I'm doing.
Mate. And final question, Jackson. The topic of this interview is one stroke at a time. A bit of a cliche saying when coaches are coaching athletes at all levels, but it's so true. And also that topic resonates very well with you because you stroked the Australian men's eight last year, and you've been very patient with your rowing career. You went through the development program. You're a very successful schoolboy rower at shore, won many, head of the rivers and national championships. So you stuck with it for the big dream. What does that topic, one stroke at a time, mean to you, and also mean to a young, aspiring novice athlete who dreams of being like Jackson Kench one day?
Yeah, one stroke at a time. I think it's a perfect way to summarize the sport a little bit as well. There's no magic pill or magic bullet that's going to do it. It's really about putting in time, developing yourself as best you can over however long you have to do that, aligning with your ultimate goal. I think it's really helpful to set your end goal, and to work back from there, and mine being the Olympic Games. It's taken me some time, I think, to achieve success in rowing that I think I'm proud of, and something that I feel like I can really build on now moving forward, and has given me another kick of motivation to keep going with what I'm doing. Because, yeah, I was part of a very successful school rowing program and move through the pathway development. But I don't really, I see myself yet as achieving what it is I've set out to achieve in rowing, and hence I'm still going and training hard, trying to get there. But I think one stroke at a time is really important because you never want to get too carried away. I think our 8 last year, as an example, my first major achievement on the world stage with a bronze medal at my first senior world championships was, I think, a good indicator that time and effort that I put in over a long period of time might be leading in the right direction. And that just gives me an inner confidence that I need to keep doing what I'm doing and keep putting in more effort where I can. And one stroke at a time really is go out there and perfect the craft, like perfect what you're doing and chase that perfect race.
Look, Jackson, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to talk to us here at Rowing TV Australia. On behalf of my team and everybody here at Rowing Australia, we'd like to thank you for your time, and we'll catch up with you sometime very, very soon. All the best, my friend, and race hard, race well, race smart, and always, like you said, stay patient.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for having me.
Take care, everyone.